What's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to this channel. Liking, subscribing, leaving your comments, whether positive or negative. Much love, much praise to everybody. This here is Live Conversations number 142. Live Conversations with Tony Harvin, number 142. And the topic is adding fuel to the fire. I got to give my disclaimer as always. My disclaimer is I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. So please do not lay claims of those titles on me for sure. I welcome everybody on this Sunday evening. Read everybody for sure on this Sunday evening. Yesterday biblical discussion was good. It's very interesting. Got more biblical discussions coming, later on down the road. Good to see everybody out here, whoever comes into this live conversations on this YouTube, StreamYard, or whatever the case may be. What up, the Flemings? One of the moderators to this channel. What up, Leon, Kim, Sandra Moore. So, what up, Tasha? So, adding fuel to the fire. Of course, a lot of us been through certain situations, where there are people out there, where there are a lot of people out there, or some people out there, maybe in your circle, even on your job, school, or whatever the case may be. They know, situations are arising, are tense and things like that. But some people are, what's up, Donna, Vera, and Quana B? What up, what up, what up? So some people are, some are at a far distance. They know what's going on. They know there might be some tense situations or some what up, Anthony, some disagreements or whatever the case may be, but they want to get involved some way, somehow, to add fuel to the fire, just to see what's going to happen. Because a lot of people out there just get a kick out of seeing individuals go at it. You understand that? I know some people don't, get along, or they have disagreements or whatever the case may be. But people on the outside circuit sees that, and they want to see more action take place. What I mean, what up, GCP? What I've learned from this YouTube thing and what have you, there's a lot of haters out there, for the truth of God and things of that situation. Whereas though, you got people out there also who's looking on the outside circuit. They know who. They know what is what. They know what's going on with who and what is what. You know what I mean? There has been, some people out there, making fake YouTube pages, making fake Facebook pages and things like that. And what they're doing is they're going to other people's pages or people YouTubes or their emailing whoever, and they making it seem like they with the truth of God. You know what I'm saying? They're making it seem like they with Tony Harvin channel or whatever the case may be, and writing these people. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a response so those people could talk, down on what's going on over here. You understand that? And vice versa. It's vice versa out there. Somebody sent me a video 2 or 3 weeks ago. Whereas though somebody had wrote a letter to this so-called preacher in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure some of y'all know who I'm talking about. And the person who wrote the letter was a fake person. It wasn't a real person. I knew that, but this preacher in Alabama, he didn't know. So the person who wrote him and things like that, talking down, I guess, talked about this channel, my channel, whatever the case may be, what was going on this channel and what have you. That preacher man didn't know that. You understand that? And you got people out there who want to see people go back and forth. When it dies down, you know what I mean? They know how to add fuel to the fire, like little things like that. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the channel, heckling. People will heckle you. Making it seem like they were somebody else, but they really not. They just want you to respond in a manner of going at those other people. You know what I mean? Because they like that type of social media foolishness as far as like entertaining their minds. entertaining there is and things like that. I've been seeing that a lot lately. A lot lately. A lot of fake YouTube pages and stuff like that. A lot of fake names. If I delete somebody from the chat room, there is another fake name that comes in. Like a person would make another fake name and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very watchful to this YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I get weird text messages and whatnot and what have you. You understand? I had somebody text me. I think I put it up like a week ago or something like that, stating that they was the preacher from Alabama. I knew it wasn't him, but somebody said that I think I created a number and I text myself that I was him. You understand that? So people out there, they trying to cause a lot of friction, more friction between, what's going on over here and whatever disagreements, other organizations have. Yes, people have, people may have disagreements with this channel, you know what I mean? It's all good. But if I ain't talking about, the preacher man from Alabama or the preacher in Canada and stuff like that and what have you, these people would make fake emails. They would make fake YouTube channels or whatever the case may be. They will come off as if they are a part of what's going on over here, talk down on him, and then making it seem like I got something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And they would do it vice versa. I've been watching that a lot lately. You understand that? And for these people, these so-called preachers who claim they get prophecies and whatnot, and they have dreams and what have you, they can't realize that. You understand that? They can't, you know what I'm saying, disearn that. You know, that there are people out there who's making fake profiles, YouTube y'all seen it before. Somebody made like 4 or 5 fake profiles on me on YouTube. You understand that? I think it was like within a year span, asking people for money and what have you, and things of that nature. You know, these so-called preachers can't see that. You understand that? So there are people out there who's really looking for some stuff to jump off. They're looking for me to talk down on another preacher that we have disagreements, and vice versa. They get a kick out of that stuff. We know we disagree and things like that. I know I got disagreements with, a lot of these so-called preachers out there, because I'm with the truth of God. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that. People will waste their time doing these things. What's up to everybody in the room once again? Willie Timpson, Stacy Carter. What up, Jen? What up, Leon? What is that? Court de Leon. Bless you too. Leon says they are looking for entertainment. Yes. It's a sad thing that, these so-called preachers can't even realize that. I spoke with Tommy Ingram. Now, me and him don't see eye to eye. You know what I mean? As far as like teachings and whatnot. You know what I mean? We some of us has seen, videos of him talking, about Gina and what have you. But I had to contact him for a reason. You understand that? I'm saying, like, what's going on? You dig what I'm saying? And we shared some information like, hold up. So this person is that person, and this person is that person. And they trying to cause more friction upon, preachers who got disagreements with one another. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on right now. You know what I mean? And it's a sad thing that, people will waste their time like that. You know what I mean? They got it's almost like they got all the time in the world just to play around on the internet. But listen, then caught on to that already, man. Then caught on to that nonsense already, You said people are miserable. What up? He heard my cry. You're absolutely right. People are miserable, People are miserable. Absolutely. You understand that? Definitely are. Let me see this email right here. Now I got an email. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show it. You know, but then again, somebody might say, "Oh, he made a fake email. He made a fake email and whatnot." But ever since I let one person, let me show y'all this email if I can find it. You know, we're gonna go. We gonna. I'm gonna show you what type of emails I get. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, right here. And YouTube, this is not to go against community guidelines at all. I'm just showing the emails that I get that y'all don't do nothing about it because Google owns YouTube. But the moment Tony Harvin does something, I get a strike, I get flagged and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But let me see this email right here. I think I got them in like the block section or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Spam trash. So this is from a cat named I ain't gonna say this person. Well, you're gonna read it anyway. You know, look at this. Can y'all see that? I don't know if they can see that. Let me see something. Can y'all see that right there? No? Can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can read that. Those are the type of emails I get. Those are the type of emails I get. You know what I'm saying? From haters out there. You know what I mean? I was gonna name this video "Fear No Man." You know what I'm saying? Fear no man at all. Like little emails like that don't bother me, man. It just shows that the truth is cutting people. It's cutting them so bad that they're sending emails like that every day. And that same number, this person called me. They're on the block list. I don't know if I could. I'm gonna show y'all the number right here. You know what I'm saying? If I can get it. Now, why would I write that to myself? You understand that? I don't even use profanity at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know? So I hit a number right here. Let me go to it. Look at this. I'm gonna show you the number. This is the number right here. Can y'all see that number right there? That's a Hartford, Connecticut number. You know what I'm saying? See that? It's on the block list. So they think they calling. So look at this. I'm gonna scroll down. Look how many times this person called me. 3-something in the morning, all day. You know what I mean? A bunch of weirdos. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of weirdos. You know? So you're right. People are miserable. You're absolutely right. What up, team? I don't know how to pronounce that. What up, G Swole? You said Kim says form of witchcraft. You're right. But that stuff don't work here. You understand that? That stuff is music to my ears. You know? What up, Chris? What up, Felicia Williams and Witherspoon? He heard my car says, I told Murray he need to stop entertaining that mess. Yes. Kendrick Murray need to stop entertaining that stuff. He do. Because people, like I said, somebody sent me a video of somebody, of a person who so-called wrote him, who had a fake profile in my chat room. And he thought they was a real person. And he read it. And actually believed that person was real. I actually took up for the brother because somebody had texted me stating that was him. I knew it wasn't him. But they said I text myself stating that I was him also at 4 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't make sense, man. Doesn't make sense at all. So yes, I do agree with that. Him being a so-called preacher, I understand it's disagreements. Yes, it is. It's disagreements. But my man, a lot of that stuff you're reading, those are fake profiles. Those are people who's making up fake emails, you know what I'm saying, trying to add fuel to the fire, causing more friction. That's not just with him, but that's just with other people out there also. You understand that? That's why I don't make no more videos no more, man. I don't make no more videos, you know, how I used to do and stuff like that, man. I stopped entertaining that stuff. You know what I mean? I do, because it's a lot of work to be done. It's a lot of people out there that's interested in the truth and things of that nature. You understand? So they do what they do, or whatever the case may be. Listen, they can read letters all day about what's going on over here, the truth of God, or whatever the case may be. But this channel is going to continue to grow with the help of the Lord. We don't got to make false prophecies at all here. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to do that. We trust God over here. And guess what? Everything is growing. Everything is okay. You understand that? We don't got to have dreams over here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'd rather have a misunderstanding than make a false prophecy. And listen, I'm just a normal brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a normal brother. There's videos out there calling me a false prophet. What? When did I ever say I was a prophet? When did I ever say that? My disclaimer is, what's my disclaimer, y'all? I'm not a pastor, preacher, apostle. I don't hold any office in the church. I'm just a regular brother. That's it. That's it. I will never, ever put myself in having a position in the office of the church. You understand that? If I ain't called to do it. Never. You understand that? I would never do that. Ever, ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a normal brother, humble brother who have live conversations. You understand? That's one of my segments, live conversations. My other segment is the biblical discussions, like a regular TV station. You know, they got different, you know, shows and episodes and stuff like that. It's no different. It's no different. What up, Levy? Sister Carol says, these preachers drive me nuts, always have PJ names in their mouth. Absolutely. They claim to have so many emails and whatnot. But the emails with PJ on it, guess what they do? They quick to read it. But they got so many emails. They backed up in mail and emails and stuff like that. But yet they could pick the ones out of the truth of God. Really? Really? What you're saying, Tony Harvin is reading his own or texting his own self, stating that but you backed up in emails, but you stay reading emails of the truth of God. I don't get it. You understand? What up, Albert Fuller? What up? I'm good, chilling. Kim says, no discernment whatsoever, but talking about what's coming. I don't get it. I don't get it, Kim. He heard my cry, says Dan Torelli is the main one, and he is racist. Listen, Dan Torelli. You brought up Dan Torelli, and that was the person, that was one of the people who wrote him. Who wrote him. Now, I spoke with somebody in reference to this person. You understand? I spoke with somebody. I'm not going to give too much detail about it. You know, I'm going to keep it to myself. You know, but if people want to believe fake profiles and foolishness and, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, let them believe it, man. Let them believe it. You know what I'm saying? Let them believe it. Listen, people claim to be giving out prophecies and whatnot and having dreams, and you can't even determine a fake profile? Really? Fake emails? Listen, I know for a fact that there was a fake profile, at least one, that I was sent, that somebody sent me, of somebody writing an email to this person, and it was a fake profile. I know a whole lot of things, but I don't really say anything. Listen, I know these people ain't real. You understand that? They really ain't real. And I'm just a humble brother. But I do know that some people not too much internet savvy. You know, they don't really know what's going on too much with social media. So, you know, I get it. You know, you can't really put the blame on people if they're not really too much internet savvy. Because a lot of people are crafty on here to make it seem like they're a real person. And some of us, you know, we can be fooled. So, you know what I mean? I get it. What up, Sandra Moore? Stacy Carter, Light and Darkness, Sharon Bob. What up, Felicia Williams, Willie Timpson? You says our brother C Rock. Took my turn the other night. You funny. Shout out to C Rock. What up, C Rock? Chemos, what up? He says it's like church is becoming the WWE. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So that's why, you know, me personally, man, I stopped making those type of videos, man. You know what I mean? I don't make those videos no more. You know what I mean? I got so much like ideas and so much skill and talent and stuff like that as far as like creating certain things that I'm taking my time and focusing more on my craft versus like making videos about, you know, other preachers and whatnot, wasting my time and things of that nature, how I used to before, you know? All right. Jinju says YouTube only helps those that fit their narrative. I'm a one God man, says Brother Tony. I'm a member from the one of the local temples of the TOG in Jamaica. Wonderful. For sure. All right. Kim says, what did it say? Oh, you said you couldn't see it? I'm not going to say what it said. I'm not going to say. Jen said, you said Kendrick Murray's a fraud? I mean, hey, man, I'm going to say this. Gotta love him, gotta pray for him, man. At the end of the day. You understand? Like I said, we all may have disagreements or whatever the case may be, you know, but some people gotta understand to know when a person or people are trying to add fuel to the fire. You understand? You know? All right. You funny as Sandra Williams. You says people have no life, even more no relationship with our Lord and Savior. Absolutely. What up, Alberto? What up, Marshall? You said Jen says they are just envious and jealous of you because you are on the right path and with the TOG. Plus, they are jealous that you have. You funny. You funny. Listen, a lot of preachers, and I'm not saying him. A lot of so-called preachers out there, you know, they wanted me to broadcast them. Guess what I said? No, without a hesitation. No, you know. And there's people out there who say, you know, won't you take the truth of God down and put us up? Won't you do that? What's my answer was? With no hesitation. No. Goodbye. You know how that old time AOL sound when you log out? Goodbye. You understand? No. There are a lot of people out there that try to convince you on what they believe in. Well, you should. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Simple. Listen, you can't convince me to come to no different organization if you ain't following the scriptures. Like I said before, yeah, we all may have some misunderstanding, but there's two types of people. Those who just don't want to take the time out to understand a certain topic, to get an understanding later on, and those who be like, you know what? I'm going to take the time out to really learn about the Son of God, or I'm gonna learn about the Book of Revelation. I'm gonna keep listening to the truth of God. I don't care if it take me a year, 2. It could take me a day, an hour, a minute. I'm gonna take my time to really learn about this topic or learn about these scriptures. I may not understand it now, but it's gonna take some time to come up to an understanding. You know what I'm saying? All right. Absolutely. What up, Patty Brown? What up, Mr. Ham? What up? What up? G Swole says, have you heard that Kendrick Lamar? I don't listen to that stuff. Changing his face in celebrity faces. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right, he says, and are you paranoid of that technology falling into the wrong hands? Well, honestly, I don't get paranoid. You know what I mean? I don't get paranoid. I wouldn't go to the extent of those mentals, because you got to understand, we play NBA Live. We played John Madden football and stuff like that, where we created players, different faces, or trying to create Michael Jordan on live when he wasn't there, different faces and technology of that. It started then, So if they have a music video of, them changing faces on Kendrick Lamar, then, I'm pretty much like used to technology like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we already seen it. If you played NBA Live and Madden and 2K and all that other stuff, coming up, creating players and things like that. You know what I mean? All right. Jen says they even said PJ wrote those thousands of letters to himself and pretends they are from people. Crazy hating people. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm sitting here receiving text messages from somebody stating that they're him. And they stating that, okay, Tony Harvin, that's you. You wrote that text message 4 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I'm at work driving a tractor trailer and I'm receiving a text message. I wrote it to myself. 4 o'clock in the morning, traveling in a tractor trailer. I'm sitting there taking my time out with the truck camera on me. You know what I mean? I'm writing to myself, right? That doesn't make no sense, man. I don't have time for that nonsense, man. So I definitely can understand why people would say that. It's those people who are adding fuel to the fire. You understand that? What up, Aaron? He said he always having dreams. He said he always having dreams. You know what I mean? You said the devil is at work like a roaring lion. You absolutely right, that team. Shout out to C-Rock, Juicy TV. It's Juicy TV. What up, Brittany Hemingway? What up, Larry? What up, Hope? Leon says, I'll bring this to your attention again. I need a t-shirt that says Tony Harvin Biblical Discussion. You know what? I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that tonight. See if Amazon got like a little customized t-shirt and hat type of thing. See what I can do. What up, D Alexandria? What up? What up, Black Apple? What up? Appreciate that at Fleming's, one of the channel moderators. Georgina Flemings. What up, Sister Tanya? Leon says, you're right. They don't know about AOL. They ain't up on that. Patricia, he says, I'm hoping to come back soon in the middle of packing. Everyone stay with Pastor Gino Jennings if you want to know the truth. God bless. What up, Sister Davis? What up? Hope all is well for sure. Hope all is well. What up, Alan Lewis? Alan Lewis, chill out with the spamming. Chill. Team Tech says, how can I message you, bro? BoxerTonyHarbin@gmail.com. BoxerTonyHarbin@gmail.com. He heard my car says there's so much negativity on YouTube now, it almost make me want to fall back from YouTube. Absolutely. You know, I mean, sometimes thoughts like that come into play, like, man, like this stuff is like a lot. You know, it's not only YouTube, it's like other social media platforms also. YouTube is like one of the bigger platforms. Like Facebook, I think it's kind of like neck and neck, you know, because I post the truth of God on Facebook too. So it's like neck and neck, you know, almost. And there's other social media platforms. So it's like, wow, man. It's like a lot of people is about negativity, you know, even certain church organizations. You know what I'm saying? Even when you ain't thinking about them, you ain't making no videos about them, you ain't talking about them, nothing. But yet, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. What up, Yulissa? What up, K. Amen? The prophet speaks. What up, my boy? What up, Tommy Ingram? He says I have some he says I have the same text messages coming to my phone. I know what you're talking. I know what you're going through. Absolutely. And it's probably just one person doing those things or a group who knows each other and whatnot, who's trying to cause friction and things like that, man. But listen, man, if you want to take your time out, if you got the energy for that, listen, just come be an assistant to this channel. Come be a moderator. Use your time wisely. You understand? Use your time wisely. You know, you don't need to waste your time trying to cause friction between people, making fake emails or making fake numbers and whatnot and what have you, and having people thinking it's me, or stating that I'm writing to myself and what have you. You know? Patricia Germany says, like Pastor Gino said, people will make up stuff. Christian people doing these things, unbelievable. You know what? That's a good point right there. These so-called, what people call themselves Christians, and like I said, I know a lot of us, you know, from different organizations or whatever the case may be, may have disagreements. But it's another level when you take it to a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? When you cross those lines into something personal. You know, when you blowing up somebody's phone 2, 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? When you spamming text messages and what have you, if you're a so-called Christian or so-called preacher and things of that nature. All right? What up? What is that? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just gonna call you Rice. You know what I'm saying? Stacey Carter says, anytime you bring the truth, expect negativity. What up, Jonathan? What up? What up? What up? What up, Regina? Texas in the house. What up? What up? Jen says, I only keep YouTube to watch TOG. He says shark documentaries. Oh, that's funny. Appreciate that at Ann Witherspoon. Appreciate that. Hayes, what up, Hayes? You're right. There's definitely a lot of clowns on the loose, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you ain't gotta hide. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. You understand? So listen, if you want to waste your time doing this and doing that, do something positive with yourself. Make that time useful. Why would you waste your time on somebody like me, like who don't even think about you? You know what I'm saying? When you got a job, kids, and all this other stuff going on, you're really not thinking about you're not thinking about that stuff, man. It's funny when they text you because you're like, wow, me? Why are you wasting your time on me when you could be doing something more useful with your time? You ain't got a family, you ain't got a job, you don't go to school. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to get your soul right. Why are you wasting your time sending weirdo stuff and things of that nature? Or back and forth to different preachers, trying to cause more friction amongst the brethren and things of that nature. Sandra Williams says, who needs friends when you have enemies? Oh, man, that'd be a good quote on the shirt. That's a good quote. For sure. You funny at Siobhan Bob. K.A. Men says, yes, do something positive, create a limit. You funny. You funny. Parasites. You know what? I think there's a video out there. It's called Spiritual Parasites. I think it's out there with Pastor Gino. He talked about that. Spiritual parasites. Sister David says, saints that let their children celebrate Halloween and call it a hallelujah party and dress up in biblical characters as if they know what people look like in the Bible. You know what? The church I came out of in Jersey City back in 2013 or something like that, maybe 12. They used to have hallelujah parties, you know? They used to have that. You know what I'm saying? I knew back then, you know what I mean? I wasn't in the truth of God then, but I knew back then that no. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a good topic. Halloween. You know what I mean? That's definitely a good topic. Power Ranger says, people need help in Florida. Sent that person down there. What do you mean, Power Ranger? What do you mean? What happened in Florida? Are you talking about like the what it was like a hurricane or something like that? What up, Keyshawn Jones? What up, Light in the Darkness? What up? You says praying for Florida. What happened in Florida? What happened? Patricia Germany says, for those unrighteous deeds, just remember God sees all and knows all. You will have to answer for it. You're right. It seems like Vera Webb says, it seems like you get attacked when you're doing and living right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because when I was young, 22, 23, had my braids. Listen, I had my gold chain, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Had my diamond earrings, my watch, gold watch, my expensive clothes when I was young. Guess what? Nobody bothered me from the church. No so-called Christian bothered me at all. At all. But once I start putting out the truth of God on my YouTube channel, oh man. Listen, the heat was on with these so-called church people. And that's what's been attacking this channel, so-called church people. Not people on the outside, you know what I mean? Because they love the truth of God. You know, you could go to the worst of the worst areas in the hood. You go in the hood, you go to Camden, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, Chicago, Compton, California, Charlotte. You go in the hood and play Pastor Geno Jennings, and they be like, wow, man, this is it. This is it. You play a so-called church, you play a so-called preacher in the hood, man, you're going to have to put your track shoes on, man. The truth of God is what it is. You understand? It's definitely what it is. You know, you got street preachers coming to this channel or my email trying to attack me. Listen, I always offer them. I'll take you to the worst of the worst areas to see if your so-called preaching will work in the hood. And we could go at 1, 2 o'clock at night in the hood. And we're going to see if your so-called street preaching works. You know what I'm saying? No street preacher has accepted that at all. You understand? Or no so-called church person has accepted that. You know, who heckle this channel. You know? That's all I ask for them. So to all those hecklers, to all those so-called preachers or whatever the case may be, who got something against this channel, listen, it's my offer. I'll take you to the worst of the worst hoods, wherever. We could go together. I want to see if your so-called preaching will work out there in the hood, the worst of the worst areas. You know, the worst of the worst areas. I want to see if it works. True with God, I could play. I used to play the Truth of God in the hood when I was in the gym up on Boxwood and Jackson. That's the slums in Jersey City. Blasting the Truth of God. Man, blasting it. Listen, people love the Truth of God, man. You understand? But it's those so-called church people. You know what I'm saying? KMN says, you said, I don't know what's going on in the world. Listen, I heard about it, but I didn't know the extent of it at KMN. G-Swole says, thank God True God is back on YouTube, even though I got my Roku Fire Stick set up, but CWN was no longer available to view TLG. Do you think that was a malfunction or Roku personally got rid of it? Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Listen, I watch YouTube a lot, man, on my laptop. You know, or I may turn on Netflix to watch a documentary, or you know what I mean, try to find a positive movie. You know, I don't really watch too much TV to know what's going on with Roku and stuff like that. You know, or Fire Stick. I don't have that. You know, I don't have no Fire Stick or what have you. You know what I'm saying? But I know people who got it though. I know people who got it for sure. Leon, you funny. You said Oscar says people just want to hear that diabetic preaching. That's funny. That is funny. Darkness hates the light from God Almighty. He said, brother. Shout out to Peter Baptist. He had wanted to debate tonight, but you know what I mean? Shout out to Peter Baptist. What up, Peter Peter Baptist? Stacy Carter says, I see you, brother. Now you are a target after you came into the truth. It seems like it, you know? And you know what? I'm gonna bring this up right here. I'm gonna bring this up. I was watching Stephen A. interview with the Breakfast Club. Stephen A. Smith. I was watching his interview with the Breakfast Club. And it was a session in there where as though he was speaking about, you know, certain women trying to set him up. Like certain people would send women in a sense like that to set him up. You know? And it's the same thing in general when you're a target. It's the same thing. You be like, hold up. Who this? Who's texting me? You understand? I done had like 10 to 15 women text my phone within the past, I'd say 2-3 months. They would text my phone like, hey, Ashley, how you doing? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, this not Ashley? Well, how are you? Or I would get certain pictures and things like that. Listen, I'm no fool. No. I remember PJ, it was in one of the broadcasters. He talked about something like that before. You know, I think he was overseas. I think so. It was a moment he was overseas one time. And some woman tried to offer him something. You know? No. That stuff don't work here. You understand? You can't set Tony Harvin up for the okie doke. That's not going to work. That's definitely not going to work. I'll tell you that much. You know? They'll email you. They'll text you. They'll hit you up on the YouTube comments and things like that, trying to set you up for something. You know what I mean? Set you up for the okie doke. And even though even the members or even people who's commenting on here, Be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? They see that you are with truth. They will try to set you up. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Checking out your Facebook pages. You know what I mean? Checking out certain things. Me, my page is to the public. I don't care. You understand that? I don't care. You know, I don't care. Check out your family. Check out your family Facebook pages and stuff like that. They would go through them. They would go through your posts. They would go through your pictures. Click on who liked it. Clicked on who commented. If that person got the same last name, they will go to that page and scan them out. You know what I'm saying? You got people out there like that. But guess what? Listen, you better be careful because you might be scanning the wrong family member's page. Because a lot of my family members, they ain't saved. You understand? A lot of them ain't saved. You know what I mean? Better be careful. You better be careful. I ain't responsible for that. You know what I mean? I ain't responsible for that. You know? Don't blame me. You know what I mean? I'm sticking with truth. You know what I mean? That might be my cousin. And you might be checking his page out and heckling him. He ain't with the truth of God. You know? He might have been in prison, a gang member and stuff like that, and you bothering him? No, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You understand? What up, Rebel? Jen says, Leon Dude said, you lied on him about being a criminal and being jobless. Who is Leon? What are you talking about at Jen? What are you talking about? Rebel says, how do I deal with getting closer with God, but my wife seems not to care? I've been watching Geno Jennings for 3 months now, and it's not a man alive like him. Prayer. Matter of fact, type in Geno Jennings. I think it's praying and fasting. Praying and fasting. Type that in. Type that in. Geno Jennings salvation. That video is up. Type that in. For sure. Type that in. Sister Davis says, right, so-called undercover Christians are the one that are the accused of the brethren. So sad. They call right wrong. They call wrong right and right wrong, living in the last days. Oh, hurricane. For sure. G Swole says, I feel like it was a personal attack when this false pastor did a sermon about earrings, feeling like it was a directed shot towards me. What do you mean by that at G Swole? What do you mean? You know, what do you mean? What was you there sitting down? Power Ranger says when you were serving the devil, it was no problem. But as soon as you start the truth of God, people have problems. The truth has to reveal. Power Ranger. It says, Jen says, the closer you get to God, the more enemies you attract. It's all right. God got my back. Sister David says, how do you come to know the truth of God? Did someone introduce you to the truth of God, Apostle Geno Jennings? Well, how did I come across the truth of God? 2014. I believe it was about, I'm going to say maybe the summer, the end of the summer or the beginning of the winter. You know, I was searching YouTube. I would just type in random stuff on YouTube. I typed in false prophets. I saw Brian Carn. Some of y'all know about him. You know, he was going through a lot of scandals and whatnot, sleeping with men, sleeping with a preacher or a so-called preacher's daughter, or whatever the case may be. And somebody had made a funny video about Brian Carn, and it was just funny, you know. And on the right-hand side, it was another funny so-called preacher by the name of Tony Smith, you know. And then on that right-hand side, there was Geno Jennings right there. when he was going in on Tony Smith and about program, I think it was program 841, when it was at the I think it was the Rocky Mount place where he was supposed to debate Tony Smith, and I believe there was this YouTuber by the name of NJ Trooper. I believe he still is up on YouTube. He had certain parts where, Gino was talking about Tony Smith and vice versa that led up to the debate. Then after that, I'm like, yo, I got to watch more of this guy. And the first program that I watched was Truth of God program 998-999, where he talked about different religions, Christianity, Amish, you know what I'm saying? The Masons, and he broke down Jewish Gentile and things of that nature, and he broke down a little bit of divorce and remarriage. And that was the first time I ever heard about the divorce and remarriage thing. Now, at the time, I'm like, man, this guy he's heat. He's heat. Did I agree with a lot of it? No. At the time, no, I didn't. But I said before, there are two types of people. There are people who are going to disagree with something and say, you know what, this person is false. I ain't listen to it. And there's a person who's going to take the time out to listen to it, to gain an understanding, even if it just takes a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Sometimes it takes years and years to understand something. You understand? So I kept watching that program the whole week. The whole week I watched that program. Every time it was over, let me play it again. Let me play it again. Then I started watching Truth of God program 819-821. You know what I'm saying? Where he talked about the Catholic Church Diocese of Delaware. They wrote him, and that's when he challenged the Pope. He was getting letters, somebody asked him about Muslims and things like that and what have you. I believe there's another letter about tongues. You understand? And I watched Truth of God program 1000-111. Excuse me, Truth of God 1000-1001. Beg your pardon. And I just kept watching it. You understand? So, and then after a while, 2016, I put it on my YouTube channel because I already had stuff on my YouTube channel, secular stuff. I was getting some traffic on here, from the boxing videos or from what I had on here already and things like that. So I said, you know what, let me put this up for my study purposes, and at the time, I don't think it was a public, you could put your videos as public, private, and unlisted, unless I wasn't paying attention. So I phone recorded the subject on hell from Truth of God program 819-821, where he talked about hell. So I put that up on my YouTube channel, not thinking nothing of it. I put it up there, and mind you, Google brought out YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So when you got the Android phone, Google connects to your Android phone and things like that. So I had an Android phone. So I started to receive, notifications from YouTube after I put up the video. I'm like, what's going on? What is this stuff? I start getting comments. You know what I mean? A whole lot of comments out of nowhere. Didn't think nothing of it. You understand? So after a while, I kind of had to learn how to, put this stuff together a little bit better versus just recording from a camera phone. How I met Gino, Cam Riggs, his son, emailed me. Still got the email to this day. You know what I mean? I went out to the Baltimore Temple a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we went from there. You know what I'm saying? They loved what I was doing on this channel. They noticed and realized that I was humble and not doing it for popularity purposes at all. You know what I mean? So that's how I came across the Truth of God. There's been a lot of preachers who emailed me, who tried to say, listen, take down the Truth of God. Put us up. Put us up. You understand? No hesitation. No. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. So that's how I came across the Truth of God and things like that. And then after a while, start creating, videos like news things, exposing pastors and whatnot, exercise videos, how to eat healthy. You know what I mean? Just utilizing what the skill that God has given me and stuff like that. Like you see the episodes, biblical discussions, and things like that. Just utilizing the talents that the Lord has given me. You know what I mean? And trying my best and hardest not to contradict the Word of God in general. You understand? So despite what these so-called preachers say and things like that, I do know what God has done for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to talk about dreams and things like that and what have you, but I do know the Lord has blessed me. You know what I'm saying? And when you come across the truth, and when you know for surely, man, this thing blew up. You know what I'm saying? This thing blew up, and I still remain humble and things like that. I'm still the same Tony, humble and things like that. Not doing it for popularity, not doing it for money, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes somebody could say, "Listen, I want to donate. I want to be a cheerful giver, or whatever the case may be." A lot of times I say, "Listen, man, I don't need it." But some people still insist and what have you and things like that. So that's how I came across the truth of God. I don't do this for popularity at all. I do not do this for popularity. You know what I'm saying? What up, Gonzalez? What up? All right. What up? Call me blessed. Another channel moderator. Naomi Hope said you say cousin Pookie and for sure. Listen, you going around stupid on people's Facebook pages because you don't like what's going on this channel. You're gonna run into the wrong family member. I'm telling you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. A lot of my family members ain't saved. They ain't saved. You know what I'm saying? Ain't. Be careful. Don't blame me. I warned you. You understand? I warned you. Simple. You funny. All right. No problem at Rebel Eric. No problem. What up, Elijah? What up? I gave a friend $40. He's going. Elijah says, I gave a friend $40. He's gone. Took off. That's funny. Manuel Young says, thank God PJ is back from Europe. Today's preaching was hard-hitting gospel. Absolutely. Turning the other cheek is not in my brother's book. Absolutely. He said, turning the cheek is not in my brother's vocabulary. Thank God for you. I believe I found out about the true God on your channel. Appreciate that, Regina. Appreciate that. What up, Stacy Carter? What up? Stacy Davis, Sister Davis says, I used to watch Brian Carnes, not anymore since I heard Pastor Gino explain why he called Brian Carnes a false prophet. Yeah, Mr. Carnes, he been a false prophet. Now, Brian Carnes, he been a false prophet. I don't even know why he's still up. You know what I'm saying? He should, listen, that's not his calling. You know what I'm saying? At all. For a man to do what he did and stuff like that and still up there, false prophecy and all this other stuff, sleeping with members and what have you. Now, the man could have repented. Yeah, he could have. I haven't really came across none of his videos lately. He could have repented, got himself together, sat down. I don't know right now. But if he's still doing what he's doing, man, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Megan Williams says, Tony, you're good with the numbers. I can't remember my age most days. Oh, yes. I still remember. Geno Jennings is God sent heaven or hell preacher. Rima says your boxing was nice. I'm a bit different style. For sure. Appreciate that at Flemings. Call Me Blessed says we can all relate to hearing the truth of God and thinking to ourselves, wait, hold up, this can't be. And something in our spirit knew it was right, and we kept going back for more. Absolutely. Listen, the truth of God is addictive. It's addictive. It's very addictive. Very, very addictive. Very, very addictive. Sandra Moore says, thank God for answering prayers. There's going to be help for paying student loans, and God knows many needs that help. Amen. Really? Wow. I mean, wow. For sure. What up, Khadijah Reeves? Shout out to you. You know, on your YouTube channel, Khadijah Reeves. I see you doing your thing on YouTube. You know what I mean? Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Keep that up for sure. Consistency is a plus when you're doing YouTube. Definitely. You know, if anybody interested in doing YouTube and stuff like that, it's about consistency. You know, it's definitely about consistency and whatnot, and putting up some good content, or being a good, speaker and things like that. You know what I mean? So keep up the good work over there at Khadijah Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that at Hope. Appreciate that. All right. What up, Maurice Ball? What up? He says TOG has helped me a lot. All right, it's the 1 hour mark. We're about to sign off. I'd like to thank everybody for coming on this YouTube channel. You know, this YouTube live conversations number 142. You know, the topic was adding fuel to the fire. You know, feel free to hit me up, BOXERTONYHARVIN at gmail.com. I don't know when the next biblical discussion video is. Hopefully Tuesday. You know, will be another biblical discussion, Lord willing, for sure. You know, be on the lookout for more Truth of God videos here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Daily Motions, Rumble.com. And then First Church, they do broadcast on the Tug TV and I believe Christian Media, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to C-Rock Smooth, It's Juicy TV, and C-Rock Smooth channel, for sure, broadcasting the Truth of God. You understand? I'm looking for more social media platforms to broadcast the Truth of God. You know, I don't care what it is. It could be in Japan, Australia, China, Philippines. You know, it could be in a different language. You know, I still put it up as I did before. Sandra Williams, what's your question? I'll answer your question. You know, I'll answer your question for sure. What's your question? Sandra Williams, what's your question? Let me know your question, Sandra Williams. Appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. You know? All right. I'm still waiting. I'll give you a couple of seconds, Sandra Williams. Fleming says, you are never alone. God is with you. Thanks again for tuning in. Wonderful. Appreciate that. Much love to you too at Ann Witherspoon. All right. Sandra Williams, you're not saying the question, so I gotta go. You know, what up? Let your light shine. We ending it right now. The hour mark is up. You know, Elijah says your favorite preacher is Charles Stanley. He preaches salvation, gospel, how to live as a Christian. You know, I believe Gino talked about Charles Stanley before. I believe. I'm not sure. Oh, Sandra Williams, you says, can women get on your platform to have a discussion? Sure. You know, sure, they can have a discussion. But as far as like putting them up, preaching, no. Discussions, yes. Preaching, no. You understand? No. All right. I don't know when Peter's coming back, Jen. I don't know, but it's time to sign off. May you all have a blessed night. You know, I'm out. Peace.